Trevor Finchamp here. I just got word that Brian O'Keefe made a titanium platinum sale, so I'm going to give him a call to give him the good news.
Hi, Trevor.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Doing fine. How are you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. I am pleased to be calling you with some good news, obviously, today. Congratulations on making the titanium platinum sale. That's an extra $9,000 in your pocket.
Yeah, that was. Thank you so much indeed. I was quite pleased when I heard that. I was actually down in Punta Cana when Pierre told us. He confirmed it.
Exciting news.
So yeah,
Do you know how you
exactly.
got the sale?
The system did it for me.
Very nice.
The system. I mean, you got the coaches and they do their thing and use the tools, and the system works. And yay!
I mean, it's nice to do it yourself, but who can complain when when it just gets done, right? That's the
Yeah,
easiest way.
this is very good, and I learned something down in Punta Cana that everything we've done to this point has been wrong. So we're going right back to square one and doing it again. So I'm just doing it the right way this time. You got to brand ourselves, and we could build the list and everything else. I mean, Matt's a nice guy. I met him, but you know what? He's got a big enough list and he's got a big enough brand. But they got to look at me now.
Right. Well, in this business, failure is just a part of it. So it's learning from that failure that's ultimately going to make you better. And obviously, going to the events and stuff like that has done that for you. And it sounds like you've got a new game plan, which is, I mean, that's exciting to see. If you got a sale without this game plan, how good are things going to be once you get it going?
Well, that's true. One of the things that Darren and Michelle, Rhonda and Darren talked about is that we have had a little bit of success, being we've got 5 MLRs, and then of course the one of them upgraded to the platinum. But just what can we do now when we get ourselves properly positioned as far as branding ourselves is concerned, and getting the list going from day one.
Absolutely. So, when we call you to give you this good news, we do like to ask you a few questions, kind of. How
Sure.
long have you been with MOBE, first of all?
We positioned ourselves the end of January. I think it was the last couple of days in January, and we purchased the Dunphy. We sell good traffic on the 2nd of February, and they came through on the 3rd, and that's when I started hitting it.
Right. So, obviously, you just had a big sale here, but how have things been going otherwise since you got fully positioned?
Not too bad. We have just under, I believe it's 60 MTTBs.
Hmm.
So we're doing some advertising, again, kind of not knowing what we're doing. I am a baby boomer, and I have that much experience and knowledge using internet marketing. I really, really don't. And so this has been a stumble along, but I guess we've been stumbling forward. So it's been quite interesting to see this. But going down to the mastermind event in Punta Cana was absolutely, it just opened our eyes to what is available to us.
Right. Well, I mean, you're a perfect example that resilience, despite any, lack of experience in this market, if you actually have the motivation and stick to it, like you said, it really will end up paying off. And I only picture things getting better for you guys going forward based on what you're saying
Thank
about the
you.
recent event. Yeah.
Thank you.
So we do like to ask, do you have any advice for MOBE affiliates, whether they're in your position, if they're brand new? Is there anything from your journey so far that you'd have to suggest to other people?
Well, I think the biggest thing that we've learned, first off, don't do what we did, because we just done it wrong. Okay, but what I learned, two things, very important things. Number one, brand yourself. Whatever you are, see if you can get your name in a .com. That is so very important. Brand yourself and put yourself out there first, ahead of MOBE, and start collecting names. Build your list from day one.
Hmm.
And that's very important, because if it goes into a capture page, that name actually doesn't belong to you. It goes to the MOBE office, and it is part of Matt's list, not hours. And this is what I didn't know. I didn't understand this. And this is why now I've got to come right back to step one and brand myself, put myself before Matt, get my capture page out there where it's for me, give a free download. Whatever you can offer of value, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a report of some sort, offer something of value, make it something that is credible and something that has people wanting to come back to say, you know what, you got to build your know, like, and trust before somebody will buy from you. And I think the biggest thing, Trevor, is to get that out there in front of people. Offer them something of value in a free report, a free ebook, a free download where they can put their name and email, phone number in. That becomes your list. They know, like, and trust you with the quality of the information you've given them, and then just start building from there. And I think those are the two biggest things that I took away from that whole event. The rest of it was great, don't get me wrong, but those are the two things that I'd recommend to anybody and everybody out there now.
They're huge. I mean,
Absolutely.
it seems like branding is a very common theme for some of MOBE's top affiliates. So,
yes,
yeah, it's definitely just shows how much those events can teach and how much, I don't know, like you said, that MOBE really can work for anybody. But then when you actually put the time in and you go in there and you learn the new things, I keep repeating myself here, but the sky's the limit for you guys now. You're doing well already, and you're ready to redirect, which is huge.
We've seen what somebody else has been doing here, and we've seen some of the other leaders. And what really, my wife and I, really struck us was, it doesn't matter what position these people are in, whether they're titaniums, platinums, or diamonds. You can sit down and talk with them. They're very approachable, and they're willing to sit down and tell you what they're doing, what we need to be doing to get to their level. And it's not like them and us situation like in some other companies, like I won't talk to you because you're not up in my position. These guys will sit down, have coffee with you. You can meet them at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you can sit and socialize with them, and you can learn. And that's the biggest. That is one of the biggest things that we also took away from this. These are real people. There's no hype in the business. This is a solid foundation. This is great information that we can build. And that, Trevor, is just great for us. This was our first event. I talked to some other people in the chat rooms and stuff, whether they were going, and they said, well, I really can't afford the airfare. I can't afford this. I looked at this. There's certainly an investment to come in, especially at the platinum level, but I couldn't afford not to because I wasn't growing as fast as I wanted to.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it was a good decision. And, you're right. You kind of touched on the fact that MOBE kind of is a big family. Everybody is kind of in it together because everyone's benefiting when someone else is benefiting. As long as MOBE is growing, everyone within it is
Everyone is growing, yes.
So, I mean, I'm really glad that you guys made it to your first event. Obviously, it showed you the value, and hopefully you had an awesome time as well.
Oh, phenomenal!
Yeah,
Great resort, and Matt really knows how to put on a party. Let's say.
Yeah. Well, I love the Dominican Republic, so I could only imagine how good of a time it was down there. Hopefully, you had some beautiful weather.
Yep. We did. Celsius 30 to 35 degrees every day. I'm not too sure what that works out in your temperature, but that was kind of cool.
Very nice.
In the high 80s and low 90s, probably.
All right, Brian. Well, I've taken up enough of your time. It sounds like you've got a lot of stuff that you have lined up to work on, and I'm only more excited to give you more of these calls in the future.
I look forward to it. Thank you, Trevor, and it's a pleasure talking with you, sir.
Thanks. Take care, Brian.
Okay.
Bye.
God bless. Bye-bye.